Have you taken the time out to follow my Instagrams?
Hello, my earth signs. Thanks for coming to your psychotherapeutic, analysis reading. I decided to do this reading for you guys, my Virgos, my Taurus, and my Capricorns, because, during this time, there's global crisis, there's so much going on that, we constantly have to remind ourselves of who we are. The psychological impact of all this stuff, the mental strain on who we are, is only God knows how we're going to come out of this, where we're going to be. So I decided to do this reading just to give us like an awareness of where we are within ourselves, our personality, our psychological well-being, and make it a little therapeutic for us as well, so at least we understand where how we feel within our beings, and how this stuff is all affecting us. So for my earth signs, my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, I already pulled, as you already saw, and shuffled for you. So let's just dive into your reading. And so you guys, how you're truly feeling about yourselves during this period for the month ahead. The guys are saying that you're feeling a lot of sorrow, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of heartbreak, there's a lot of disappointments, there's a lot of gloominess, darkness within your heart. Your heart is really like feeling the weight of the world and the pain, and it could be from the external things that are going on, but it could be within your own home, things that people are doing that you're disappointed about. You're really not feeling very happy about yourself right now. You're a very sad person at this moment, you guys. A lot of sorrow. You see, you have it here, a lot of sorrow. Look how dark the heart chakra looks. Look at the green, the color of the green. Yeah, it's very dim. So your energy about how you're feeling is really low. We are going to have to work on prepping ourselves up to feel good. And I can totally understand this, my earth signs. I totally understand it, because you people are very stable people, and this has really put you off in an unstable energy. So I can see how you'll be shaking. Now let's see what else the guys have for you guys. How well do you know yourselves at this moment? Sometimes you're like, okay, who am I? What? How? It's questions that we don't really ask ourselves very much, but we can get lost in ourselves. It's why I asked that question, and why I guess that's why the guides let me channel that. So how well you know yourself at this time is that you feel like you're strong. You have strength within yourself. You understand that at the end of all the struggle, you will win. You have the 9 of Wands here. You sort of are prepared, within yourself, knowing that at the end of the struggle there is going to be the light. You see the light at the end of the tunnel, is what I'm trying to say here. So you're the type of person that feel like, I guess you have hope in yourself, which is very good, right? Because you know that all the struggle will pass one day, and one day you'll be at the other side of it all, where everything seems to be better, right? So this is how you you know yourself, you know that you will pull through and you will make it and things will get better. So that's beautiful. At least you know that this sorrow will end. So that makes me feel good about this. Okay, now the actions that you're taking towards your own well-being, there is some conflict within yourself. There's indecision going on when it comes to what you need to be doing towards what you need. Even though sometimes you get, you become successful, you win at certain things that you put your mind to at this time. You believe in the little success that comes from the little efforts that you make. You understand this very well, even though you also sometimes go to conflicts in your mind where you second guess yourself. You still also have this, you're still working towards every little thing that you can do that moves you forward. You believe in pushing yourself because you know that you will win somehow. You also have, like, you observe a lot. You observe a lot, and you have like an emotional stability within yourself. Sometimes you can be on the extreme of your emotions, but at the same time you observe a lot of what is going on, and you tend to be on the someone who observes life from the outside sometimes, and I guess that's part of your strategy on how you work on yourself. By observing the situation, you're able to make more informed decisions. Also, you are able to understand the situation better when you observe the situation well. Some people sometimes rush through decision making, rush through everything in life because they don't pay attention to the details, they don't pay attention to the situation and see it from a different level, and that it seems like you know how to do that. Prepare yourself and be that observer that makes sure that you're seeing all the situation as it is. I also see that you're getting an upgrade in your thinking and how your belief system. You work towards those things, constantly upgrading the way you used to believe and in things and thinking about the way things are supposed to go. You push the limits, you work hard towards it. Sometimes you feel like you need a teacher. You know that you have to study. Some of you have to study to improve whatever skills that you have to push you forward in life. Sometimes you need more education, and you understand that, and most of you are doing all that you need to do to bring yourself to a higher level, to teach and also to learn from people whatever you need to learn to take you to the next level. I like that. With the exception of sometimes you being conflicted in yourself, I really like how you work towards yourself. At least you're not slacking. If it's education, you do it. If it's somebody that you need to listen to help you and guide you, you are willing to do it. And you also believe in little success, working towards your what you need to bring you success. Really, really cool. Now, so that's pretty good, which is what you're dealing with at this time. So I feel like in the midst of all this, you still got your head together. You're taking some action, and you still have, though you're observing the situation around you, you are really still learning. And I really like what is going on here. You are not stagnant. You are still moving forward, and you still have strength within yourself and believe in yourself and improving yourself, which is really good in the midst of all this. Now, the way you think of yourself at this time is that it's like you're feeling oppressed. You feel like the burden is too much for you. That's how you're thinking of yourself during all of this. Sometimes you feel like you have to just let it go. You feel like you're making so many sacrifices, and you are going through major sacrifices at this time, and allowing the universe to take its own course and things to move in its own direction, and that's how you're thinking of yourself. You think that you have to go to extreme and put things together for things to move the way they are supposed to. It's like you feel like you're overworking yourself. Also, You think that you have to put so much together to make things happen. You know there's a lot of work involved, and that's the way you're thinking about yourself and your life and the burden. You have oppression and you have 10 of wands. You're tired. It's a lot on you. So sometimes you feel like you have to just let it be. You have the hangman here. You have to let it be and just let things unfold, and just deal with the sacrifices and the losses that is happening to you. And that's how you're thinking at this time, which is normal, right? It makes sense. Even though you have strength, you also think these ways, which I feel like is not very healthy for you. It's not, the oppression, that energy. I understand that sacrifices have to be made. I understand that sometimes you have to let go because you have no more power. You have nothing to do with the situation. But it is how you're thinking about the situation, and you feeling all this sorrow and this pain, coupled with the way you're thinking. It will affect your manifestation. It will affect you. Which means that you are not a little. You are truly affected by this situation that's going on. You feel the burden. It's like all this stuff is too much for you, and it's starting to weigh in on you and who you are and how you're feeling. Some of you feel like giving up sometimes. Some of you feel like it's too much work involved to even do what you need to do for yourself. Your thinking is really, it feels like you're tired, and it's just too much. All this stuff is too much, because when you look at the way you're looking at life overall, you believe that after the struggle you will succeed and everything will work out. But at the same time, you have the 9 of swords here, which is bad luck, oppression, feeling fear, feeling all this stuff, all this negative stuff. So my earth signs, my Taurus, my Virgos, and my Capricorns, obviously this situation is really shaking you. You have a lot of stress. You have a lot of fear, you have a lot of pain, you have a lot of anguish, pain, struggle. All that stuff is going on with the way you're feeling. This is how the stuff is really affecting you. The burden, the sorrow, and the cruelty, everything that is going on is really affecting the way you're looking at life overall, because you're not feeling very good about life right now. And it's truly understandable, but I want you to understand that this is what everything that's going on is, how the effect is having on you psychologically. So you need to really unload the burden. Whatever you are doing that makes you feel like this is too much, you need to remove that from yourself. Only you can unload the burden off your back. The stuff that is happening to you mentally is not really good for you. The pain, the sorrow that you're surrounded with, you might not feel really good for a long time. For this month, I don't like what is happening, and the conflict and not having peace of mind, it's not looking good for your psychological well-being. And I really need you to pay attention to this aspect of yourself, the way you're thinking about yourself, the way you're thinking about life, how you're feeling, the pain and sorrow all together. No, you really need some healing. I advise you that when I do my healing work, I have another video coming up at the end of the week, and then next week I'll also have another healing video coming. You can get some of my healing energy that I'm gonna be, that video that I'll be putting out to help you to remove this obstacle, because this is like all in your mind here and the way you're feeling. So your emotional being and your mental state and everything is being shaken here. Even your passion towards life is really down. So I really, even though I see strength, like I said, the good part is that that at the end of all this, you have the inner strength to pull through. But it's so like faint compared to all the pain that you're surrounded. So I need you to really understand that the pain has to go. You have to get yourself out of the negative thinking, the negative feeling on your own by allowing your spirit guides to guide you. Let the angels in, visualize the bright light covering you and consoling you out of the struggle and this pain. Take time to meditate and relax your mind and do things to get you out of this mental anguish, because this psychological stuff, it's deep and you don't know when you're going to recover from it. So now that you can start working on yourself and start making sure you don't go in the deep end of any depression or any, you know what I mean, and it gets worse. So I feel like I should have pulled a card for you guys as a gemstone, for some healing. I feel like maybe probably the any gemstone, like the rose quartz, okay, the rose quartz and the clear quartz to clear your energies, and the rose quartz to heal your heart and the pain and all the stuff that's going on. I feel like these gemstones will help you. Right on the top of my head, what I can think about is something to boost your strength and your energy also. Okay, so that's all that I have for you, my earth signs. You need to take your spiritual baths, cleanse yourself, and do some sea salt water cleansing, and get yourself out of this. Drink some teas, calm your energies down. I feel you see, I feel low because I'm in your energy. So I really need you to start letting your spirit take over, okay, your higher self take over, which is not in pain, and let it guide you. All right, so thank you so much. I hope you find a way to deal with your psychological pain right now and get yourself back on track, my earth signs. All right, I'll see you next month. Thank you.